Hi everyone, welcome to Workshop 1 of Business Economics. I want to go through some of the requirements that you're going to be focusing on and what you should be looking at with regard to expectations. And if you have any questions, please let me know. First, we're going to look at what is due for this week. For this week, you have the discussion board. Your initial post is due by day 3. Your 2 peer responses are due by the end of the workshop. Any of the questions that I post to any of the peers, or any of the questions that I post to, or any of the random posts that I have in the course, they can count as peer responses as well. You also have 2 Dropbox assignments, 2 discussions, and an evaluation, performance profitability evaluation. You also have a quiz. With the discussion boards, make sure to focus on having 3 to 4 paragraphs with an in-text citation and reference and APA formatting to properly really develop your work and show proper support. With your assignments, you need to make sure to use have APA formatted template. I'll put the template right here in doc sharing for you to review. If you need me to pre-grade any of your work, please let me know, as I'm more than willing to assist. Let me show you the discussion board question first. Let's start there. For the discussion board question, you're going to be looking at the following right here. Using supply-demand analysis, you want to focus on what happened in each of these scenarios. So the first thing you want to recognize, is it a supply factor or demand factor? Then what happens with regard to price and quantity? Now, when you do this, you want to make sure that you're focusing on the proper shift. So shifts of supply and demand are very important to note in letter A. Let's look at the discussion. The other one, antitrust laws. I want you to do this right here. I want you to give an example of an antitrust law, explain and give an example of how it affects mergers. So antitrust laws are important for an economy because they help protect consumers from competition. Competition is very important to our economy. Excuse me. You'll notice that competition is something that helps create more lower prices, helps create more firms in the market, but it does need support of the government, because if the government does not support these areas, it will create a lot of challenges for us. And the challenges it will create less competition, and we will have to deal with less competition. So focus on an example of antitrust law. How did it influence anything that you've done in your daily life? And then explain and give an example of how it affects mergers. Because when 2 firms merge together, that can create a lot of challenges. If you need me to pre-grade any of your work, or if you have any questions, please let me know, as I'm more than willing to assist.